Los Angeles, known for its glittering lights and silent secrets, once again became the backdrop for a moment that shook the K-pop community. Two members of BTS, Kim Taehyung, V, and Jungkook, unexpectedly went live from inside a luxurious car in the heart of LA. The casual, heartwarming scene quickly drew millions of fans to their screens, watching, smiling, and feeling that familiar flutter of excitement that only BTS can stir. However, amid the contagious laughter and playful banter, there was a lingering question in the air. A name that was conspicuously missing. Park Jimin. As the live broadcast continued, fans couldn't help but notice Jimin's absence. Where was he? Why wasn't he with them? For many, this wasn't just a logistical curiosity but an emotional trigger. The reaction was swift. Fans speculated that Jimin, one of the closest friends to both Taehyung and Jungkook, might be feeling left out, or worse, heartbroken. After all, the trio had long been seen as inseparable. The closeness displayed between Taehyung and Jungkook during that live wasn't just a casual meet-up, it was electric, nostalgic, and deeply familiar. Having been apart due to their individual schedules, Taehyung attending fashion events in Paris and Jungkook immersed in music production in LA, their spontaneous reunion felt organic and affectionate. There was no awkwardness, just pure, unfiltered joy. But that joy, to some fans, felt bittersweet without Jimin in the picture. Naturally, attention shifted. Not just to what was happening, but what wasn't. Jimin, known for his gentle nature and emotional openness, had not been seen for days. Fans began connecting dots, some rational, some driven by emotional investment. On social media platform X, one user wrote, "Jimin always shows up during moments like this. Why isn't he here now?" Another chimed in, "His recent live felt so empty. Like he wasn't fully present." Speculations intensified when it was discovered that Jimin hadn't interacted with the Taehyung plus Jungkook live in any visible way, no likes, no reposts, no comments. For an artist known for engaging warmly with fans and members alike, this silence was loud. Adding fuel to the emotional fire, fans began recalling Jimin's recent solo live broadcast. In it, he appeared pensive, his tone subdued. He spoke softly and sighed often, a stark contrast to his usual bright demeanor. Though he never mentioned Taehyung or Jungkook, the mood of the live felt different. Fans couldn't help but ask, was this just coincidence? Or was Jimin quietly expressing feelings of exclusion? The concern wasn't random. Jimin had previously shared in interviews how much he values group unity and how difficult it is when their busy lives pull them apart. He's spoken candidly about loneliness, even when surrounded by people, if his closest friends aren't by his side. Naturally, many began wondering, was this one of those moments? Had he felt the sting of being left out from a memory he might have wanted to be part of? The emotional weight grew heavier when fans linked the timelines. Jimin's quiet live followed closely by the vibrant, laughter-filled Jikook broadcast. The contrast was stark. "Doesn't something seem off?" a fan posted, echoing the sentiments of many around the world. Theories bloomed. Was Jimin stepping back intentionally? Was he giving space or hiding his hurt? There were no answers, at least not official ones. Jimin remained silent, and big hit music offered no statements. Still, the silence itself began to speak volumes in the minds of many. Jimin's absence from a moment of togetherness, a scene where he would typically belong, left an emotional void. In many ways, it wasn't just the presence of Jikook that resonated with fans, it was Jimin's shadow in his absence. The relationship between these three, Jimin, Taehyung, and Jungkook, has always been closely followed by ARMY. Their bond dates back to their trainee days, full of laughter, shared struggles, and endless support. Over time, though, some fans began noticing subtle shifts. While Taehyung and Jungkook seemed to appear together more frequently, Jimin was often seen alone. Was it just scheduling? Or was something more complex taking place beneath the surface? The story struck a chord because BTS is not just a musical group to fans, they're a family. Their bond, forged under immense pressure and shared dreams, makes every interaction deeply meaningful. So, when something feels off, concern naturally arises. Especially for someone like Jimin, who is known for being sensitive and sincerely expressive with his emotions and love for the members. And yet, while the emotional speculation is understandable, it's crucial to take a step back. The assumption that Jimin is hurt, jealous, or excluded is just that, an assumption. Emotional interpretation of small, curated online moments can often be misleading. A smile, or lack of one, doesn't always tell the full story. Neither does a lack of social media activity. Jimin himself has often emphasized the deep brotherhood he shares with BTS members. He's repeatedly expressed pride, affection, and unwavering support for each of them. It's important to remember that life off-camera is filled with context fans may never see. The fact that he didn't join a spontaneous live broadcast doesn't mean he wasn't invited or that he felt excluded. It could simply mean his schedule didn't allow it. Or perhaps it was just a coincidence. In recent months, Jimin has been less publicly active, a personal choice that deserves understanding. He may be focusing on self-care, creative projects, or simply taking a step back from the spotlight. Choosing not to engage online doesn't equate to withdrawing emotionally. Not all support is public. Not all affection needs a like or comment to exist. Instead of interpreting Taehyung's closeness as evidence of division, perhaps we should see it for what it is, two friends finding a moment together in a busy life. And tomorrow, it could easily be Jimin and Jungkook, or Jimin and Taehyung, sharing a laugh live on screen. These bonds aren't defined by how often we see them but by the love that runs deep beneath it all. Jimin has long been an emotional anchor within BTS. His compassion, his consistent support, and his quiet strength are evident in everything he does. It's unfair to assume that something as simple as a missed live stream could shake the foundation of a decade-long friendship. As fans, we must resist the urge to create drama out of peaceful silence. BTS has always stood for unity, love, and trust. Feeding unfounded rumors of jealousy or heartbreak not only contradicts these values but also adds pressure on the members who are already navigating demanding lives in the public eye. In truth, there is no indication of conflict, only stories imagined from fragments. Jimin is not heartbroken. He is not jealous. He is not being pushed away. He is loved. He is strong. And most importantly, he is part of BTS's unshakable core. Fans must trust in that bond, not through suspicion, but through respect and patience. Because one day, as always, we'll see Jimin, Taehyung, and Jungkook sharing a screen again, smiling, laughing, and reminding us that nothing was ever broken, it was simply evolving.